Yes, good morning, everyone. Yes. So in the last class, we have seen the Python history and so downloading and installing Python software. Now, these are the things what we have seen in the previous class. Okay. So what is the differences between Python 2 and Python 3? And I said Python 2 and Python 3, these are called as major versions. And the changes within the same version are called as minor versions. So here 3.0, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, all these are minor versions. So the current version of Python is Python 3.10. Okay. What is the current version of Python? Python 3.10. And if it is any small changes which are done, then they're released with micro version. So downloading and installing the Python software. So from where you can download this Python software? So I said you can download. Now just see how to install, because you have to install Python software in order to work with the Python. So just see how I'm installing it. I'll try to put all the steps like downloading, installing Python software. So just open python.org. Okay. And here there is a downloads. Now what is the current version of Python? Python 3.10.1. But if you want to install Python 3.10, you required. So here there is a note. Note that Python 3.9 there is a note here. Python 3.9 cannot be used on Windows 7 or earlier versions. Python 3.9 cannot be used on Windows 7 or earlier versions. If you want to work with Python 3.10, you require higher versions like Windows 8, Windows 8, Windows 9, Windows 10, like that. But it cannot be used on which one? Windows 7. You people are not telling yet. What you are saying then? You people are seeing my face. Yes. Yeah, this is python.org. Open C. What you have to do is open www.python.org, right? Python.org. Now here there is a downloads. In the downloads, you can find download for which operating system? Windows operating system. But what is the current version? Python 3.10. But if there is any other operating system, you can find here Windows, Mac, and other platforms. Just go to other platforms so that you can find Python for AIX, okay, Python for IBM, and Python for iOS. Which operating system? iOS, and Python for OS 390. So these are different operating system now. But when you install the Unix, by default with the Unix or Linux, you'll get the Python software. You don't require to install the Python software separately. If you are working on Unix or what is that? Linux. When install the Linux software with the Linux, you'll get the Python software. But if it is not, then you can download this one, alternative Python package for Linux, which is called as Active Python. Okay. Yes, this is a Python for which operating system? Solaris. Okay. Now these are different Python softwares you can find. If you want to download from other platforms, select here other platforms. Okay, now if you want to see all versions, okay, suppose your operating system is Windows 7, then I cannot download Python 3.9. If you want to work with Python 3.9, you require Windows 8, okay, Windows 10, okay, but if it is having Windows 7, it doesn't work. But if you want to work with Windows 7, you can download Python 3.8. If you want to work with Windows 7, you have to download Python 3.8. Okay. So where I can find that, go to all releases, go to, this is a current version. Okay. Now you can see Python 3.10, Python 3.9, 3.8. Now this you can download it. Python 3.8, this you can download it. If you are having Windows 7, but Windows 10 or higher, Windows 7 or Windows 7 higher versions, you can download 3.9, 3.10. But see here, 3.10 Python. Now this 3.10 is released in December 6th, 2021. When this 3.10 is released in December 6th, sorry, December 6th, no, this is 4th, now I think October 2021. But what is the end of this support is 2026. Means every 5 years, I mean, they may extend this support, but what is the end of this support? 2026 10. Means almost they have given for how many years? 6 years. Okay, 6 years. And the release version is here PIP 619. It means these are nothing but proposals. Okay, these are nothing but here enhancement proposal. This is enhancement proposal number what? 619. And I said PEP stands for Python enhancement proposal. Proposal. It means what changes has to be done in the language. They prepare one document and put in the front of group of people. They should accept it. If they accept it, they implement it. If they don't accept it, they don't implement it. Okay. So what you can do is you can download Python 3.10.1. So I just click on this Python 3.10.1. So what is the first step is open. I'm trying to copy all the steps here. Okay, I'm trying to copy all these steps here. Okay, all these steps I'm copying it. Okay, so this is the first step. What you have to do? Open www.python.org, and within that, just click on which one? Downloads. And here you find this one. Okay, so this is the first step. Now just click on this. Okay, click on Python. So just click on this. Okay, I'm writing every step so that you can understand how to download. But can I work with the Python in my mobile? I want to work with Python in my mobile. Okay, in my mobile, I want to write Python program and I want to execute. So can I write a program in my mobile and execute it? Yes. For that, in Google App Store, okay, stores, you can find PyDroid. In Play Store, from Play Store, you can download. From Play Store, you can download PyDroid. PyDroid. You can download PyDroid. Okay, if you want to work in your mobile, okay, in your mobile, okay, then you can download. Okay, from Play Store, you can download PyDroid. But it is only for just for practicing, but not for developing projects. It is only for practicing, but you cannot develop projects and run in PyDroid. No. Okay. Now just click on this Python 3. Just click on Python 3.10.1. 1. Just click on this. Now, so it is downloaded. But in my system already I have a Python 3.10.1 installed. What I'm doing is first I'm trying to uninstall it and I'll show you again how to install. Okay. First I'm uninstalling it. First I'm uninstalling it and then I'll try to install it. Okay. So in one system, we can have multiple versions, multiple major versions. Okay. Multiple versions. See, my system is having 3.9, 3.9 and 3.10. So I can download 3.9, 3.8, 3.9, 3.10. I can install it. But 3.10 is not 3.10 is not updated version of 3.9. Okay. 3.10 is not updated version of 3.9. So 3.9 is one version and 3.10 is what? Another version. Suppose my system is already installed with 3.9. Okay. My system is installed with what? 3.9. What will happen if I install 3.10? Is it 3.9 is updated to 3.10? No. So 3.9 is a separate version and 3.10 is what? Separate version. 3.9 is a separate version and 3.10 is also separate version. Okay, this both will not be, it means it will not update 3.9 version to what? 3.10. It will not update the 3.9 version to what? 3.10. No. Okay. Yes. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to uninstall first and then I'll try to install it. Uninstall. So it is uninstalling it. So you can use PyDroid. And not only that, yeah, I'll show you different. I don't know why it's slower. Yeah. So uninstallation is done. Yes. Yeah, you can continue. Yes, you can continue with the same version. You don't require to uninstall. Yeah, you can continue with the same version. You don't require to uninstall, right? Okay. Now just see it. Now click on this. Now it is already downloaded here. Once I click on this, just see here. See where it is downloaded in downloads. in downloads, you can find, yes, in downloads, you can find just here. In downloads, you can find Python 3.10.1. So click on this Python 3.10.1. Yeah, no problem. If you have Anaconda, you can continue with Anaconda. Yes. So I'll tell you what is that exactly. Now click on this Python 3.10.1. If you click on Python 3.10.1, so you'll get this screen and it is asking, do you want to run this file? Just click on which one? Run. Okay. Just click on run. See all the steps and try to install the Python software today only. So don't postpone installing the Python software. Okay, it is a free. Don't postpone installing the Python software. It is a free. You can download today only. Okay, download and start working with it. Don't postpone it. Okay, try to install from today only. Try to install from today only. Okay, yes. Try to install from today. Okay, now you can see after this, what you have to do is click on run button. Just click on run button here, run. So this is for executing. Just click on run here. So there's a run here. Okay. So click on run. Yeah, just click on run here. So once you click on run, now it's asking install Python 3.10.1. So here you have two options. One is install now and one more is what? Customize installation. How many options are there? Two options. One is install now and second one is customize installation. Now in this, I'm trying to select install now. Okay. And here you have to select this option here, add Python 3.10 to path. Select the checkbox. Okay. Select the checkbox. Select the checkbox here. Yes. Select the checkbox. So don't forget to select this checkbox. Select this checkbox. Okay. Select this. And then after selecting this, click on which one now? Install now. Select the checkbox. I'll tell you what is that path is. I'll tell you what is the path is. What is customized installation is. So where exactly Python is installed in my system? Users, user, app data, local, programs, Python, Python 3.10. Okay. Suppose I don't want to install in this location. I want to install in some other location. Then I can go for which one? Customize installation. And not only that, I don't want to install like documentation. I don't want to install documentation or any other tools. Then I can go for which one? Customize installation. So here what you can choose location, customize installation, what you can choose location where you want to install and features. Okay, you don't want complete installation of Python software. You want only certain features, then you can select choose custom installation. Otherwise, you can just click on which one? Install now. Okay, now I selected install now. Okay, I selected what here? Install now. Okay, now this is the third step. This is the third step here. This is the first one, second one, and this is a third one. After this, now click on install now. That's all. Now it will not take much time. It will not take much time for doing this. Yes. Now installation is completed. Yes. Now installation is what here? Completed. Okay. Yes. Installation is completed. Okay. So what will I get if I install the Python software? Okay. What will I get if I install the Python software? With Python software, okay, Python software, with Python software, what will I get? With Python software, what will I get? Okay. So whenever you install the Python software provides, okay, Python software provides, what it will provide is, it will provide one editor. It will provide one editor called which one? IDLE. It will provide one editor, okay, which is called as IDLE, stands for, okay, integrated development environment. Integrated development environment. Okay. It is an IDE. It is a IDE. IDE. IDE stands for yes. Integrated development. IDLE stands for integrated development learning environment. Learning environment. It is a learning environment. Is an IDE. Is an IDE provided by Python. Okay, it is IDE. What is the name of the IDE? IDLE. What is IDE? Integrated Development Environment. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. Is nothing but is a code editor. Is nothing but is a code editor. What is the name of the editor provided by Python? IDLE. What is the name of the editor provided by Python? IDLE. Okay. So if you install the Python software, for example, if you install C software, you'll get the editor. What is that editor? You'll get Turbo C. What editor? You'll get Turbo C. If I install the C++ editor, I'll get what? Suppose if I install Borland C, I'll get which editor? Borland C editor. If I install Turbo C, I'll get which editor? Turbo C editor, like that. Hmm. If I install the Python software, I'll get one editor. What is the name of that editor? IDLE. So actually editors are called as which one? IDEs. Editors are called which one? IDE. What is the name of this IDE? IDLE, which stands for Integrated Development Learning Environment, is an IDE provided by Python. Okay. And not only that, you also get some standard libraries. You also get standard libraries. You'll get the standard libraries. What you'll get here? Standard libraries. Not application specific libraries. You'll get only standard libraries. Standard libraries. It means the libraries which are helpful in developing or writing Python programs. The libraries required to write Python program, you get that libraries. Okay, libraries required to write Python program. So that you can call it as which one? Standard libraries. You can find out this where I install. Yeah, this libraries also called as which one? APIs. This libraries also called as which one? APIs. Okay. Okay, this libraries also called as which one? API. API stands for Application Programming Interface. API stands for Application Programming Interface. Okay, example is just see, you can see this where I install the Python software and user app data local programs. In C, right? I installed in which drive? C drive. In C drive, user What is that? User app data. So it is hidden, I think. Yes. Now users, this is a location. Okay, now this is a location. Users, user, app data, local, programs, Python 10. So in this location, you can see one folder. What is the name of this folder? Lib. So lib is nothing but what here? Libraries. You can see there is some folders, and there is some programs. See here. What is the extension of this? What is the extension of this files? .py. What is the extension of this? .py. Okay, .py. Now Python libraries, Python libraries or APIs, Python libraries, Python libraries or APIs. Okay, APIs are in two formats. Two formats. One is packages, and one more is what? Modules. So here, module is nothing but Python program. A module is a Python program. A module is a Python. A module is a Python program. But what is a package? A package is a collection of modules. A package is a collection of modules. So a package is like a folder. Package is a folder. Package is a folder which consists of modules. So when you talk about Python libraries, the Python libraries are in the form of modules, and one more is packages. What is a module? A module is a Python program. What is a module? A module is a Python program. What is a package? A package is a collection of modules, and package is a folder which consists of modules. Okay. Now, if you see this, in this, yes, each module contains some predefined functions. A module is a Python program which consists of predefined what? Functions. Okay, a module is a Python program which consists of predefined functions. Now you can see, okay, for example, there is a module. Assume that there is a module called, see, there is a module. Module is nothing but, see, a module is a Python program. What is a module? A module is a Python program. Is it this is a predefined program or user defined? Tell me. Is it this is predefined or user defined? Predefined. What is the name of this? Calendar. What is the name of this here? Calendar. See here. I try to open. What is the name of the editor? What is the name of the editor? ID. What is the name of the editor? Python editor name is what? IDLE. Is it IDLE is there or not? Yes. Just open IDLE. Just open IDLE. This is Python 3.10.1. Okay, so here now I try to import. See, what is the name of this module? Calendar. I want to display the calendar. What will I do? I just import. Okay, I just import one module. What is a module? Calendar. Is it calendar is a predefined or user defined? Predefined. Okay. Calendar is not user defined. Calendar is what here? Predefined. Import calendar. So in calendar, inside calendar, I'll say calendar dot. I want to display which calendar? Month calendar. So for which month calendar from which year? I want 2022. Which month calendar? First month calendar. If I press enter, okay, is it displayed the calendar or not? Yes. But if you want like a calendar, use a print function. Use a print function calendar dot, okay, calendar dot, which function I want to access? Month calendar 2022, comma 1. This is which calendar? Month calendar. But what is a calendar here? Tell me, what is a calendar here? What is a calendar? Calendar is what? What is a calendar? Come on here. What is a calendar here? Is a calendar is a library. Libraries are in how many formats? Two. One is a package, one more is a module. So is it calendar is a package or modular? Is it calendar is a package or module? Module. What is a calendar? Module. What is a module? What is a module? Python program. And this program consists of which one? Predefined functions. Just try to understand. So what is a libraries in Python? Packages and modules. Okay, what is a module? A module is a Python program. Is it calendar is a predefined program or user defined? Predefined. Calendar is a predefined or user defined? Predefined. Okay. Yes. Just try to understand this. Okay. Suppose date time is there. Here there is a date time. I'm just showing you some of the things. Okay. There is a date time. You can open this. So Python is open source. Now can you see the code of Python? See, there is a function in date time. What is a function in date time? Is leap year. To find out, I want to find out whether year is a leap year or not. I want to find out whether year is a leap year or not. I can find out by using which function? Is leap year. So is leap year is a function to find out. Now, so many functions are there in which module? Date time module. So many functions are there in which module? Date time module. Okay, can I use this date time module or not? Yes. What I can do is I can write here import. Okay, I can say import. What I'm saying here, import. Import which module? Date time module. Date time module. And I want to represent today's date. I want to represent whose date? Today's date. I'll say print date time dot. Okay, date time data type. And I'll just write here today. This will represent which date? Today's date along with what year? Time. It means everything you're doing it by using one statement only, because Python comes with so many libraries. There are a lot of libraries are there in Python. There is a lot of libraries are there in Python. Okay. But where you can find all these libraries? In this folder. Okay. In which folder you can find this? In lib folder. Where you find in lib folder. Okay. These are modules, and these are what? These are what? Packages. These are what? Packages. What is a package? Folder. What is a package? Folder. And each folder contains some set of programs. Each folder contains some set of programs. You can see there is a program called TTK. Okay, there is a program called which one? TTK. A group of modules are put inside one. A group of modules are put inside one package. Okay, so package is nothing but what here? Folder. Package is nothing but folder. Suppose there is a logging package. Logging package. Okay, there is what is a test package. Okay, there is a test package, and one package might contain again multiple packages. One package might contain again multiple packages, right? Okay. Now, but you get only standard libraries. Example is you get only standard libraries, but you don't get application specific libraries. You get only standard libraries, but you don't get application specific libraries. Okay, like you get which module? Like OS module. Okay, calendar module. Okay, date time module. Okay, date time module. Okay, built-ins. What is the name of the module? Built-ins module. Okay, So like this, okay, like socket module, which is for networking applications. Okay, multi-threading module to develop multi-threaded applications like this. And you also get the packages like Kinter package, okay, logging package. So these are the examples for which one packages. For example, if I want to work with a game, I want to develop a game. Will it get the game related library with the Python software? No, you don't get the game related libraries with what Python software. For example, I want to work with data science. I want to work with which one? Data science. For working with the data science, I required which one? NumPy. I required a NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib. I required all these libraries. Will I get data science related libraries with the Python software? No. If I want to develop a web application, will I get web application related libraries with the Python software? No. I want to work with the testing. Is it testing libraries comes with the Python software? No. Application specific libraries doesn't comes with the Python software. What you have to do? You have to install it. You have to install application specific libraries. You have to install. For example, I want to work with the pandas. I want to work with the NumPy. I'll try to say import. There is a library called which one? NumPy. So what happened? What happened here? What is the error? Module not found error. No module named. What is that? NumPy. So because NumPy is it comes with the Python software? No. Because this libraries belongs to which one? Data science. So when will you use a NumPy? Only when you are working with the data science. If you are developing a data science related application, then you have to install which one? NumPy. Then you have to install NumPy. If I want to work with the games, then I required one library called which one? Pygame. Is it Pygame is provided by Python software? No, because there are different application developers. Okay, when install the Python software, you'll get only standard libraries. I mean, these are the libraries which are used in every project. The libraries which are used in every project, that libraries comes with which software? Python software. But application specific libraries doesn't comes with what? Python software. What I have to do? I have to install it. I have to install. I have to install it. Okay, now how to install? I'll tell you. Don't worry. How to install other libraries? I'll tell you. Okay. Yes. Then third one is, what will I get when I install the Python software is, what will I get if I install the Python software? I'll get anyway Python compiler. I'll get Python compiler. I'll get, so what will I get is Python compiler. I'll get Python compiler and what is that? PVM, which is called as Python virtual machine. Python virtual machine, right? Which is called as Python runtime. Python runtime. And not only that, I'll get some Python tools. I'll get Python tools like pip. You get a tool called which one? Pip. If you want to install external libraries, you try to install it by using which tool? Pip tool. Okay, pip. Okay, pip is there. So there is a tool. What is the tool here? Pip. Pip is one tool. Calendar spelling. Check the spelling of check the spelling of calendar. So that is also very important here. Okay, check the spelling of calendar. So you have done the mistake here. Yes, right. So debugging also very important. See, when you get an error, see what happened, she got an error. Immediately she put an image in the chart. Okay. So, sir, I'm getting this error. Okay. See, who is this? Saiteja. Okay. He just put a message. Sir, I'm getting error for which program? Calendar program. But I'm saying no, debugging also very important. When you get an error, you have to identify where is a mistake is. You have to identify where is a mistake is. What is a message? What is error? You have to read first. Okay, don't put the message just like that, right? Read first. Read first. What is error message? Module not found, error. Okay, see, there are two situations you get this error. One is if the module is not there, but calendar module is there or not there? There. Then what is a mistake? There might be a mistake in what? Spelling. There might be a mistake in what? Spelling. Now you have to check, is it calendar spelling is correct or not? But don't try to like debugging also very important, because you learn more things when you get more errors. If you get more errors, you learn more things. If you don't get any errors, that means you have not learned anything. Okay. If you get errors, you learn more things. If you don't get errors, that means you don't learn anything, right? So Python is a case sensitive language. Yes, Python is a case sensitive language. You have to write in the same case in which it is available. You have to write in the same case in which it is available. Pip, and you get Python debugger. You get some tools. Okay, you get some tools. Okay, so what will happen when install the Python software? Tell me here, how many things you'll get? One is IDLE, and second one is standard libraries, and you'll get Python compiler and PVM, and you also get Python tools. Okay, but IDLE is there. IDLE is a default editor or not? Yes, it is a default editor or default IDE. But what is IDLE stands for? Tell me here, what is IDLE stands for? Integrated Development Learning Environment. Learning environment means this editor or this IDE is used only for learning purpose. It is used only for learning purpose, but not for developing projects. Okay, it is used only for learning purpose, but it is not used for developing projects. You cannot develop projects using what? IDLE. For developing projects, you require separate editors. For developing projects, you require separate editors. You require separate environment. You require separate environment. That environment is not provided by which one? IDLE editor. Because of that, now third-party people, they developed other IDEs. Now these are Python third-party IDEs. What is IDE stands for? Tell me, what is IDE stands for? Integrated Development Environment. What it is? Editor. What it is? Editor. Code editor. Okay. What is the name of the code editor which comes with the Python software? IDLE. Sometimes some student might be asked a question like some students, they ask, what is the difference between IDLE and IDE? Suppose if the question is, some students, they may have some doubts like, what is the difference between IDLE and IDE? IDLE is the name of the IDE. Okay, IDLE is the name of which one? IDE. IDE is a code editor. What is the name of the code editor comes with the Python? IDLE. But IDLE is for learning purpose or development purpose? learning purpose, but not for developing projects. If you want to develop projects, you'll try to use other IDEs. But IDE is a Python software. Is it IDE is a Python software? Yes or no? No, IDE is not a Python software. IDE is only editor. What it required a Python software. It is an editor which required a Python software to write the programs. It is an editor which required a Python software to write the programs, right? Now there are some Python IDEs, like there is a IDE called which one? PyCharm. There is a PyCharm. Okay, PyCharm is there. What is a PyCharm here? Python IDE. Okay, now this is used for developing scientific applications and web applications in Python. If you want to develop, I mean, it will provide a good environment. This PyCharm will provide environment for developing which projects? Web projects. Okay, web applications. If you want to develop a project like using Django, you'll try to use which one? PyCharm. So what is PyCharm here? PyCharm is nothing but IDE. PyCharm is a IDE. Okay, in the same way, you find Spider. There is one more editor called which one? Spider. And this is useful for scientific applications and data science and machine learning. Okay, Spider is there. PyCharm, Spider, and PyDevelopment. Okay, PyDevelopment. Okay, Spider, PyDevelopment. And you can also use, okay, VS Code. You can also use which one? VS Code, Visual Studio Code editor. Okay, VS Code, PyCharm, Spider, PyDevelopment, VS Code. And you can also use, what is that? Jupyter. You can also use Jupyter. You can also use which one? Jupyter Notebook. Okay, it is a web-based. Okay, Jupyter Notebook. It is a web-based Jupyter Notebook. Okay, and you can also use Google Colab. Okay, it is a cloud. Okay, Google Colab, which is a cloud, and these both are web-based. These both are what here? Web-based. So PyCharm is there, Spider is there, PyDevelopment is there, VS Code is there. Okay, PyDevelopment, VS Code, Jupyter Notebook, Google Colab. All these are what? Third-party IDEs. Okay, it means if you want to develop a web application, what do you do? First, you install which software? Python software, and then install which one? PyCharm. Because PyCharm is not a Python softwares. Okay, so these are the following are third party. The following are third party what? Code editors. The following are third party code editors. All these are what? Third party code editors. Third party code editors. Okay, yes. Now, most of the data science and machine learning people, they use Jupyter, and one more is what? Google Colab. And normally they try to use PyCharm, and one more is what? Spider, and VS Code also for developing Python applications and web applications, right? Okay, you'll be learning all this. Okay, I'll teach you how to work with the PyCharm and Spider and PyDevelopment, VS Code, Jupyter Notebook, as well as Google Colab. Okay, right. I'll teach you all this 6 editors. Okay. Suppose without installing the Python software, can I work with the Python? Without installing the Python software, can I work with the Python? Yes or no? Yes, you can work with it. You can use cloud. You can use which one? Cloud. Cloud means you can open which one? Google Colab. You can open Google Colab. It is a cloud. Google Colab. You can just open Google Colab. Now you can see welcome to Google Collaboratory. Collaboratory. Without installing the Python software, can I work with the Python? Yes. Without installing the, okay, without installing Python software, I can work with the Colab. Now just open Google Collaboratory. So data science people, they'll try to use Colab, Jupyter and Colab. What is Colab? Colab or collaboratory. What is the meaning of this? Collaboratory allows to write and execute Python in your browser with zero configuration required. Free access to what? GPUs and easy sharing. Whether you are a student, data scientist or AI researcher, Colab can make your work is what? Easy. But to work with this Colab, what you required? Gmail account. That's all. You have a Gmail account, you can work with what? Colab. So you can sign in. What you can do is you can just sign in. So already I signed in here. Okay, you can just go to, you can create, go to file and select a new notebook. So already I sign in. Okay. Now here you can write the code. Okay, I'm saying print. So there is a message. What is the message here? Hello. Just click on run. So when you click on run, now you can see the message. What is that? Hello, right? So most of the data science related things you'll try to do in what? Google Colab. Data science and AI people, they'll try to work with which one? Google Colab. Now, generally, I try to teach this NumPy pandas. Now, this is pandas. So I try to teach this NumPy and pandas in Colab only. So all these things are related with NumPy and pandas. Okay. Okay. All these things. Yeah. Anyway, networking connectivity required here. Okay. Colab is cloud, I said. You required internet. Colab is a cloud. What you required? Internet. You required internet. Without internet, you cannot work with it. Okay. Yes. Okay, so the following are third-party code editors like PyCharm, Spider, PyDevelopment, VS Code, Jupyter Notebook, and one more is what? Google Colab. And then, see, I said, when you install the Python software, will you get all the libraries? No. For example, suppose there is a data scientist. Okay, there is one person who want to work with the data science. Okay, assume that there is one developer is there, there is one person is there. This is a person. Okay, there is one person, and this person is a he want to work with the data science and artificial intelligence, which consists of machine learning and other things. He want to develop a project using data science and artificial intelligence. Then what he need to install? Tell me, what he need to install? First thing, he should install which software? First thing, he should install which software? Python software. After installing the Python software, he required to install editor. Okay, because ideally is not suitable for developing data science and machine learning. Ideally is not suitable for data science and what? Machine learning. It is only for learning. It is only for what? Learning, but not for developing projects. Then what he'll do is he'll try to install which one? There is a Jupyter notebook. He'll try to install which one? Jupyter notebook. He'll install Python software. He'll try to install Jupyter notebook. And at the same time, he should install all data science related libraries. What are the data science related libraries like NumPy? Okay, should install which one? Pandas. It should install data visualization like Matplot. Matplot what? Lib. If you want to work with machine learning, it should install which one? Keras. It should install which one? TensorFlow. So it should install all these libraries. Data science and machine learning related libraries. You should install how many things? You should install so many things related with what? Data science and machine learning. So first thing, you should install the Python software, and then you should install which one? Jupyter. Because if you install only Python software, can I work with the data science and AI? No, because even I required other libraries. Now Keras and TensorFlow related with machine learning. Okay, and NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. Matplotlib is for data visualization, and NumPy and Pandas will provide data structures. NumPy and Pandas will provide what? Data structures. But it is somewhat difficult. It is somewhat difficult to install everything individually, right? It is somewhat difficult to install everything what? Individually. I need to install the Python software separately. I have to install Jupyter Notebook. I have to install NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Keras, and one more is what? TensorFlow. So what these third-party people they have done is they try to put all these things as one bundle. They try to put all these things in one bundle, and they release with some name, and that name is here. That name is what here? Anaconda. This is what here? Anaconda. What is Anaconda here? Is a Python distribution. Anaconda is not language. Okay. Anaconda is not a language. Anaconda is what? Python distribution. What is Anaconda? Is a Python distribution. It is a distribution or it is a software bundle. Anaconda is a Python distribution or it is a software bundle. What this software bundle is having? Anaconda is a Python software bundle. What it is having? Python software, and it is having what? Jupyter Notebook. It is having NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Keras, TensorFlow. Everything comes with what? Anaconda. It means data science people, what they'll do? They directly install which one? Anaconda. Data science people, what they'll do? They'll install directly which one? Anaconda. Because installing Python software, installing Jupyter, installing NumPy, all this they should install individually. Why they have to install individually? So they put all these things in one bundle, one software bundle, and they named it as what? Anaconda. So Python comes with different distributions. Python distributions. You also find Python distributions. Python distributions. Let us talk about this. Python distributions. So what is Python distribution? Python distribution is a Python distribution is what is Python distribution? Is a Python software bundle. What is Python distribution? Is a Python software bundle which consists of what? Python software. In Python distribution, what you'll have? Python software plus what it is having? Application specific what? Libraries. Application specific libraries. Python software plus application specific libraries. Application specific libraries and libraries plus IDEs. Application specific libraries as well as what? IDEs. Okay, IDEs. If you Python distribution, one of the popular Python distribution is what? Anaconda. One of the popular distribution is what here? Anaconda. Okay, just see what is Anaconda here. Just see what is Anaconda. You come across so many animals in Python. Okay, while learning Python, you come across so many animals. Okay, most of the names they choose as animal names. For example, there is one operator in Python called walrus. Okay, walrus operator. There is a walrus operator. A walrus is an animal. Okay, walrus is an animal. If you see, this is operator look like this animal called walrus here. This is walrus colon equal. Operator is what here? Colon and equal. So colon equal. Now this is walrus. Walrus is this one. What is the operator? Operator is this one, colon equal. So colon, ice are colon, and these are called as which one? Equal. So this is walrus, is an animal. Okay. So they try to derive certain things from different animals, right? See, somebody is asking here. Now you try to answer this question. If I have already installed the Python, then will it, if affect, it will install the Anaconda? Already installed Python. Is it affect the Python? Is, if you install Anaconda, is it that Python will affect? No, nothing will happen. Getting on, that will happen. That Anaconda is a separate bundle. Okay, nothing will happen. Won't affect anything. Won't affect anything. Just here, Anaconda. Just here. Yeah, they will see. They will work separately. Yes. No problem here. No problem. Anaconda. So Anaconda Python. Now you can see. Now you can see Anaconda, the world's most popular data science platform. You can see most of the data science people, they directly install which one? Anaconda. Rather than installing Python software and doing so many things, they directly install which one? Anaconda only. Directly they install the Anaconda. The data science platform for all, commercial edition, team edition, and what is that? Enterprise edition. Okay. So there is one edition which is called a standard individual edition, which is free. There is an individual edition which is free. But currently, what the version of Anaconda which provides only Python 3.9. It doesn't provide with software Python 3.10. Okay, Anaconda current software will provide only Python 3.9. 3.9. Your data science toolkit, what it is providing it. So many things here. Build a machine learning models. What it is providing. See, when install Anaconda, you'll get what? Jupyter. You'll get which one? Spider. You'll get what? NumPy. You'll get what? Pandas. You'll get Matplotlib. You'll get TensorFlow. TensorFlow. You'll get PyTorch. Whole of you. All these are what? Machine learning related libraries. Data science and machine learning related libraries. Scientific Pi is a library. Spider is an editor. Jupyter is also what? Editor. Everything you'll get as one bundle. Okay. So just install this bundle so that you can work with anything, right? Okay. So there are other distributions also there. Other distributions also there. There is other distributions. You can see that. There are other distributions. You can see, yes, alternative. And you can see these are other distributions. You can see Python XY. Okay, Python XY is another distribution. Okay, I'm not writing all the things, but Python XY is another distribution. So this Python XY is a distribution for Python XY is another distribution. If you see this Python XY, right? Python XY. Scientific oriented Python distribution based on Qt and what is that? Spider. What is a spider here? Editor. If I install Python XY, what will I get? I'll get all the libraries belongs to what? Scientific development. I'll get all the libraries belongs to scientific development. Scientific development. Okay. Yes. See, there are so many things are there. Okay. Conceptive Python SDK. Conceptive Python SDK. There is conceptive Python SDK. So this is another distribution. This is another distribution. Conceptive Python SDK. Now you can see targets, business, desktop, and database applications. If you want to work with desktop and database applications, you can simply install which one? Conceptive Python SDK. Software Development Kit. So these are some of the examples of Python distributions. Python software, Python IDE, Python distribution. Okay. So Python distribution is a Python. What is a Python distribution? Is a Python software bundle. Python distribution is a Python software bundle. What it consists of? Python software. If I install Anaconda, with the Anaconda, I'll get which one? Python software, as well as what? Application specific libraries, and also I'll get which one? Editors. Getting on or? So rather than installing individually all the things, you install distribution. You install one distribution, right? Okay, next is, yes. Okay. Next is there is Python other implementations, other Python softwares, other Python softwares, other Python softwares. It means these are other Python compilers which are used by other people. Other people means, so these are other Python softwares which are used by other people. Like there is a, so Python compilers, other Python compilers. One is, I said already, what is that? What is that other Python compiler? Jython. Jython is Java plus Python. Jython is Java plus Python. And there is a Iron Python. This is a .NET plus Python. You can find here. You can see Iron Python, Jython, PyPy, Stackless Python, and Micro Python. PyPy. So there is a PyPy. So there is a PyPy, and there is a Micro Python. So there is a Stackless Python. So these are other Python compilers. These are other Python compilers. No, you don't have any distribution for web development. No. Web development, you don't have any separate setup. No, you have to do it. Okay. So there's no separate implementation for that. Okay. Yes. Yes. This is for embedded. MicroPython, which is for embedded. Okay. Yes. So these are different Python compilers. But what is the default Python compiler is? What is the default Python compiler? Okay, the default Python compiler is, you can see here, the Python compiler which do you download? Yeah, you can write it. See, the site hosts the traditional implementation of Python, nicknamed what? CPython. The Python software which you are downloading, the Python software which you are downloading is implemented in which language? C language, right? It is called as which Python? CPython. And there is already alternative implementations like Iron Python, Jython, PyPy, Stacklet. What I mean to say is, suppose CPython, I write a Python program. If I compile it by using CPython or Python, it will generate which code? Bytecode. And that is understood by what? PVM, which is called as Python virtual machine. Suppose I write a Python program. I compile it using which one? Jython. Okay, I compile the Python program and I compile it using which one? Jython. What will happen? It will generate bytecode, but that bytecode is understood by whom? JVM, which is called as Java Virtual Machine. It means Jython compiler generates a bytecode understood by whom? JVM. Iron Python generates the MSAL code. Iron Python generate MSAL code, which is called as Microsoft Intermediate Language code, that is understood by whom? .NET platform. It means using Jython, I can run the Python programs on which platform? Java platform. Using Iron Python, I can run the Python programs on which platform? .NET platform. Getting or not? But when you install the Python software and if you compile your Python code, it generates a bytecode which understand by whom? PVM. So PVM is a Python platform or not? Yes. But JVM is a Java platform. Okay. CLR is what? .NET platform. CLR is what? .NET platform. But if I write a Python program and if I compile it using a Python compiler, it generates a bytecode which understand by whom? PVM. That is Python virtual machine. Python virtual machine is a platform, belongs to which one? Python. Is a platform related with what? Python. JVM is a platform related with Java. So Jython compiler generates a bytecode, understand by whom? JVM. Okay, Iron Python generates the intermediate code, understand by which one? .NET. Getting or not? So if you want to run your Python program on Java, if you want to run a Python program on .NET, you'll try to use this implementations like Iron Python and what? Jython. Otherwise, no, not required, right? Yes. Now, these are other Python softwares are implementations. We call it as implementations. So it means Python programs can be run on Python programs. Sorry, Python programs can be run on different different what? Platforms. Python programs can be run on different platforms. Okay, using Python, using different Python compilers, Yes, I just remember this because this is useful to know. This is helpful, like to understand what are the things provided by which one? Python. Okay. Yes. Is it clear this one? Now, what we have done now, first we downloaded which software? Python software. With the Python software, what is the current version of Python? 3.10. Okay. So with the Python software, what will I get? IDLE. What is IDLE? IDE. IDLE is what? IDE. IDLE stands for Integrated Development Learning Environment. Is it a code editor or not? Yes. Now tell me, is it this editor is for development purpose or learning purpose? Learning purpose, but not for development. Okay. Yes. Yes. Now, when you install the Python software, you'll get the standard libraries. And libraries are modules and packages. What is a module? Python program. What is a package? Collection of modules. Okay, example, I said OS, calendar, date time. Okay. And along with that, you'll get Python compiler and PVM. And you also get Python tools, right? But ideally is a default editor comes with the Python software and you cannot use this for developing project. To develop the project, you are trying to use what? Other editors like what? PyCharm, Spider, PyDevelopment, VS Code, Jupyter Notebook, and one more is what? Google Colab. But suppose now when you install the Python software, you don't get all the libraries. Okay, all the libraries you don't get it. If a person want to develop a project, data science or any other, you have to install the Python software first, and then you have to install the editors, and then you have to install the Python software and editors as well as what? Libraries. Instead of installing all this individually, all these are put as one bundle and released with what? Python distribution. What is Python distribution? Is a Python software bundle which consists of Python software application specific libraries as well as IDEs. What are the distributions you have? Anaconda, Python XY and Conceptive, SDK like that. And there are other Python compilers also there. But what is the default one? C Python. The Python software which you are using is what? C Python, which is implemented in which language? C language. Okay. So Jython allows to generate the bytecode understand by whom? JVM. That is Java Virtual Machine like that. Okay. I hope you understood this one, right? Okay. Now try to install the Python software so that tomorrow I'll tell you how to work with the Python, right? So how to verify the paths and how to write a program, how to compile the program, how to generate the bytecode, and how to see all those things, right? But tomorrow we'll see it. But before that, just try to install the Python software first. Okay. Now today I'll just stop it here and tomorrow I'll continue this, right? Thank you. First Python compiler. It is having JIT compiler. It is having JIT compiler, right? Pushparaj. But it doesn't support Windows 7. Windows 7. Yes. Android. Yours is iOS. You have a Play Store. My, yours Android or which OS? You have Android. Android only. This one. No, iOS. Python star. Just search for Python star. No problem. No issue. No issue. No issue. What you open browser? Download the solo learn. You can download solo learn. You can download. So you can download Python code editor. Just search. When you search it, you get features. Right? Yours is for iOS, right? Yes. Download this also. Python. You have this Python 3 IDE also. Yes. You can download this Python stuff. This is paid, right? It's not free. Otherwise, what happens if you have a laptop? Yeah. Why unnecessary? Yes. And it's waste. It's waste of money, right? This can be mobile. Always maybe Wednesday, Thursday. Only Monday. Maybe Wednesday to Wednesday to Sunday. You ask him about this. Books నేను సెండ్ చేస్తాను క్లాస్ రూమ్లో ఉన్నారు కదా దాంట్లో అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాను పీడిఎఫ్స్ అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాను ఎందుకు అన్నీ ఇప్పుడు అన్నీ అవైలబుల్ ఉన్నాయి కదా నెట్లో కొనుక్కోవడానికి కొనుక్కుంటావా కంప్లీట్ రెఫరెన్స్ పైథాన్ కంప్లీట్ రెఫరెన్స్ ఎప్పుడైతే పైథాన్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయండి తర్వాత పైచామ్ ఎట్లా ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలి అని చెప్తాను. ప్లేస్ కోడ్ it will take some time. Yeah, what is your question? I need 8th, 9th class recordings. If possible, I'll tell you. Manoj Kumar, what is your question? Sir, how to install IDE? What IDE here? When install Python, you'll get IDLE, right? IDE, there is no software called IDE. Okay, where are you? In the class, where are you? There is no software called IDE. IDLE is a IDE. PyCharm is a IDE. PyCharm is IDE. Jupyter is IDE. Spider is IDE. What year? Now I'll tell you. Real time is that is based on the applications. And Manoj Kumar. Are you there? Manoj Kumar. Are you there or not there? What are the IDs using? And I'll tell you. Sheikh Al Basha. I'll tell you. See, that depends on the applications what you develop. In real time means if you are working with the data science, you'll use Jupyter and Spider. Okay, if you are working with web, you will try to use VS Code or PyCharm. Okay, that depends on the application. Yes. Right. Thank you. We'll see tomorrow. Thank you. Video classes, you don't get all the classes. First 10 classes I will give you. No, I have not uploaded today. I might upload. Google Classroom. You take Google Classroom link from admin. Right. Yes. Django scope is there. Thank you.